Welcome in, everybody, to the next episode of Sideline Chatter. We don't have any drinks to chug tonight, unfortunately. I mean, James has a Coke Zero over here. But, yeah, how we doing tonight?
Doing great. Just wrapped up the followers leagues, picking the league members for the two TikTok follower drafts.
Yes, sir.
Very exciting.
See, we got two 20-man leagues. It's all consists of our TikTok followers and whatnot. We had a live raffle. We're also doing a survival pool in our Discord channel on Yahoo Football for and whoever wins gets $25 as a little consolation prize or whatever. But yeah, this episode, so we already ranked our running backs 30-1, tight ends 15-1. Now we're gonna get into our quarterbacks from 15-1. So how'd you want to do this one? I guess it's 15-10, like the same as the other one.
Yeah, this one.
All right. Shit. I'll start it off. So, first of all, let's talk about quarterbacks in the fantasy world. Like, how do you view them? Do you draft them early? Do you wait? I know a lot of people like waiting.
Historically, I have drafted them pretty early. I feel like I've taken Mahomes in almost every league I've been in over the past 2 or 3 years, and it does have its benefits, absolutely. But I think for some reason this year I feel like I want to wait. I'm okay with the people in the 9 to 14 range as my starter if it means I get a better flex or third receiver, and depending on the league. Or if I have multiple flexes, I'm probably going to wait on a quarterback. It really is league to league, but there is no greater feeling than having Patrick Mahomes on your team. I will say that.
Yeah, just kind of a cheat code. But yeah, I'm kind of just have to see how the draft plays out. You know what I mean? If Mahomes falls to round late 3, early 4, I kind of like him there. I know in a lot of drafts he doesn't fall there.
Whoa.
But I feel like in really competitive leagues and whatnot, everybody always preaches, oh, wait. So, but no, if you can get an elite QB, I don't mind reaching for one because obviously they are a difference maker. But like you said, it usually is pretty deep, this position. So guys from like you said, 9 to 15 or whatever can potentially be a top 5 by end of season. And also in 2 QB leagues, if you're in that, I would recommend drafting one earlier than you would in a 1 QB league. We're both in the same 2 QB league, and it can get pretty rough out there if you don't have
Didn't you wait on QBs and you had Burrow and somebody else?
Watson and Burrow. So yeah, and then Burrow got hurt, and I had to use Trubisky the whole year. So make sure you secure your 2 QBs in those kind of leagues. But without further ado, let's get into this. I'm going to start with my 15-10. So we got Matt Ryan, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford, and Tom Brady. 15-11, actually, yeah. Guys on this list, I have Lawrence at 14, pretty much based off the fact that he was obviously an amazing college QB, prospect, all that stuff. And the Jags offense should see a revamp this season, I would say. Yeah. They obviously added Marvin Jones, Chenault's second year. They added ETN. So I think this could be a sneaky good offense. And obviously Lawrence, like I said, was a great player in college. So just picking him off sheer upside and kind of an unknown factor here I like there.
He does have sneaky rushing ability too.
Yeah.
I think he ran for maybe 10 touchdowns over his college career. It doesn't sound like a lot, but for a quarterback, it's
a good point. Yeah, guys with Matt Ryan, they're going to have to throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns a game for them to be really a top 10 guy or something like that. Because obviously Matt Ryan offers 0 rushing upside. Yeah, I got Burrow 13, Stafford 12, Brady 11. I do like all these guys late this year. I do like Brady a lot. I think he kind of flies under the radar a little bit. Because I know James has a stat he wants to say, but
it don't matter, bro.
I don't even know it off the top of my head. But no, the Bucks are a really pass-heavy offense. They don't run the ball. Obviously, they have Evans, Godwin, and Brown, so they're going to want to throw the ball. And Bruce Arians, over the course of his career, always likes to air it out. So I know some people have Brady or Stafford in their top 10. I like Stafford a lot too, but yeah, that's my top 5 right there.
So 15-11, I have the same players, just in a different order. I have Lawrence 15, Matt Ryan 14, Stafford 13, Burrow 12, Brady 11. Really, I feel like any of these guys, with the exception of Trevor Lawrence probably and Matt Ryan, Stafford, Burrow, Brady are pretty interchangeable.
Yeah.
They both have 3 really good receivers. all three of them, I mean, have three good receivers.
Yeah, that's true.
Not really Stafford, but I don't know. Brady, my stat was that he led the league in pass attempts last year. It's 750 pass attempts, which is
a ton.
Absolutely insane. But I don't know. I just feel like they don't like really have a runner. Like Ronald Jones is their running back, and Fournette. Like they don't really have an overpowering running back. Brady's usually going to be the one that puts up the points for them. Burrow, I mean, there's a lot of reports.
Ask you that about his injury.
A lot of reports. Well, I mean, especially coming off an injury is always a little nerve-wracking for a quarterback. But like the reports that like he's been a little sketchy. Like the offenses looked really bad apparently.
I heard
in training camp. I mean, not that means anything, but I don't know. They have three really good young pass catchers. Should be behind most games, I would think. So they should throw the ball a ton.
Mm-hmm.
But
he was throwing a ton before he got hurt last year. Like we said, I owned him in one league. And he was solid for the most part.
Sorry.
So we're gonna switch gears and go into our number 10 through 6 quarterbacks. Number 10, I have Jalen Hurts, Tannehill, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and then Aaron Rodgers at 6.
I have the same exact order.
Really?
Yeah, same exact order.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would like to talk about all these players, but like Jalen Hurts, I think people have him lower than I do. I like Hurts just based solely off the fact that he's probably the second or third best rushing QB in the league.
Yeah.
Like Lamar's obviously 1, then you have Hurts, I think, or Murray at 2 or 3. And rushing points and production goes a long way in quarterbacks because like most leagues passing yards are like 35 yards per point, 40 however your league does it, and then rushing yards are 10 a point. So obviously they're more valuable than passing yards. I also think like he'll be a big part of their whole offense in general. Like he'll kind of be like a worse version of like Josh Allen in my opinion. He won't have the throwing upside and probably not touchdown upside, but like he'll be the engine of that Eagles offense. I know another guy here that everybody's high on is Ryan Tannehill. He's like one of the most popular picks later in rounds. It's pretty simple. He's finished above his like ADP every single year, or at least when he's been on the Titans. They obviously just added Julio. Already have A.J. Brown. They're going to be a dynamic offense. I think a top 3 to 5 offense in the league. And he's also a sneaky rusher too. So, and also I'll talk a little bit about Russell Wilson. I don't know if this is lower than like what people have, but the finish he had last year, he was the QB 12 over the second half of the season, which was frustrating because I think he was like 1 or 2 the first half of the season. He's a little too inconsistent for me, and that offense always comes and goes, and it's a little weird. So I have Wilson at 7.
It's a shame because both real life and fantasy, he'll never be as good as he could be because of that offensive line.
And that too, yeah.
Like, it's just so frustrating because he has everything else. He has a good running back, good receivers, a pretty good defense, like for real life standards, and like they're never going to go anywhere because of that offensive line. But I will say something about Aaron Rodgers. I think like he has like a personal like vendetta this year with everything that's going down with Green Bay. Like I think that's going to be basically like showing whoever he's going to next year,
right?
What he's going to do this year. I feel like he really is going to have a good year. I know he doesn't have the rushing that could catapult him to number 1, but I really could see Aaron Rodgers be the number 1 quarterback.
Yeah.
Just because how skilled he is as a passer.
For sure. Yeah, he's always great. Like obviously, and he also won the MVP last year, which I feel like a lot of people forget about.
Yeah.
But he always, has high touchdown numbers, low interception numbers. He's great year in, year out. And I also feel like last year he was really low too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was like QB like 12 being drafted, and people were like, "What the hell's going on?" So now he's moved up somewhat this year, but he's still not in the top 5, at least according to me and a lot of people's rankings.
And to me, that's not a knock against him. It's just 1, 2, 3. Honest, 4 out of the top 5 really are in the top 5 because of their rushing.
Yeah.
If they weren't
I agree,
running quarterbacks, they really wouldn't do it. Like, really would not be where they are. So I'll just go right into that. My 5 to 1 is Lamar, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, and obviously Mahomes number 1. But 2, like Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, all runners.
Yeah.
Some more than others, obviously. Like Dak doesn't really run as much as the other 3, but all of them are going to pick up an enormous share of their points running the ball. And I just think that's what puts all of them. I feel like I would be okay with Dak, Kyler, Josh Allen, or Lamar as my quarterback. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the top 5.
Yeah, top 5, top 6. I think then it probably falls off a tier. Well, I like the top Let me say my top 5 real quick. So I have Dak 5, Lamar Jackson 4, Kyler Murray 3, Allen 2, Mahomes 1. I feel like after Rodgers, it kind of falls off a little bit. So you got Mahomes, Allen, and Murray, who I like in a tier like by themselves, kind of. Then you have the Lamar, Dak, and Rodgers tier. Then I feel like it drops off a little bit. Lamar Jackson, obviously, he's 1,000 rushing yards back-to-back years. Never been done before in the NFL. He's always going to give you rushing production. He wasn't as great last year as he was the year before that when he was the QB1.
It's a fact.
And I think
dude sucked.
Yeah, he turned it up the second half of the year. I actually traded for him like week 8 or whatever, and he helped me out a lot. But 2 years ago, he had like 40 or 45 passing touchdowns, which led the league. Like I kind of think that was fluky in a way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't see him touching that for at least the next few years, just because of that receiving core. But
something to note: Prescott was the QB1 until he got hurt. I mean, he was throwing for like, I think he was on pace for
5,300 yards or something like that.
Way more than that. It was
really?
like 6,300. I think.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I think it was crazy. He was throwing like 400 yards a game, and I don't know if their defense can be that bad again, where he has to throw and come back every game. So that'll probably regress, obviously. But I still like Dak, and that offense is going to be great. That could be a top 3 offense as well. Yeah, Murray 3, Allen 2, Mahomes 1. Murray was the QB1 until he got hurt. His little shoulder injury he had last year or whatever. He can obviously run the ball a lot as well. He had 11 rush TDs last year, which is really high for him. That might come down too. And then Allen and Mahomes, yeah, I think they're kind of in a tier of their own. Not tier of their own, but Mahomes obviously the first. He can throw 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns any given year.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you look at halftime, half the games, he's already at like 250 and 3 touchdowns. It's like, Jesus.
And I feel like their defense really isn't even that good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that he has to score a lot of points every game, which obviously helps us from a fantasy perspective. But Josh Allen, it helps when your quarterback is also the team's goal line running back.
Yeah.
Like, that absolutely. And, it's not like a Cam Newton situation where he's going to throw for 180 yards in the game. Like, he's probably going to throw for 300, and he's almost guaranteed a rushing touchdown, I feel like. Almost. I mean, it's hard to say that for a quarterback, but I don't know. I just think he's really, like, ascending, like, really fast, like, faster than anybody thought he would.
I was about to say he's still young, too, and getting better.
And just signed that monster extension. Like, he's going to be around for a while, and the way he plays is just so different. I don't know.
It is, yeah. And they just added Emmanuel Sanders, too, which I guess helps him a little bit. But
yeah, Pat's number 1. If you see someone else with a different quarterback in number 1, I would not trust them. That's just my opinion.
I know a lot of Kyler Murray fans are saying he could be 1.
I mean, you can think he's going to be 1, but you just can't rank him over that.
Yeah.
Damn. That's beat.
Lighting cut off.
Good place to end. What is going on here? I don't know.
But, yeah, that'll wrap up this QB ranking episode. It wasn't too long. We didn't go into super depth. As the preseason goes underway and the season starts, we'll start talking more stats, stuff, in-depth analysis like that. Our next video will be the wide receiver rankings, which is probably our longest video to date. But, yeah, could drop a like. We're up to 211 subscribers now. So drop the like, subscribe if you're not already. Follow our TikTok. We're at 3,400 now.
Yeah.
Or 3,500, one of them. And, yeah, we'll see y'all guys next time. Deuce.
I wasn't saying it.